Right, welcome ladies and gents. Let's talk She-Hulk episode 3. One of them. Something like that anyway. This is the episode where Megan Thee Stallion, my favourite rapper, don't you know? If you missed my video where I recited Megan Thee Stallion lyrics, here's a throwback to that video. Let's continue just so you can understand the lyrical genius there's Megan Thee Stallion. Before I put him in a trance, I'm in my gack. I'm on that gack. I want to dance. Come get your man, come get your man. I'm looking paid and pretty. Yeah. Hair hanging down to my back, huh? I put it on him last night. Woo! He calling me back to back, hey. Hey, bitch, this is a new outfit. Turn to the back for a pic. Turn to the back for a pic. Is that like, come get a photo of my ass or something like that? What the fuck is this song about? She pulling up with a 40. A 40. I'm pulling up with a shorty? What's that? Is that like a short man? You like manlets now, Megan Thee Stallion? Ah, fuck knows. I know, yeah, I cringe too, but hey, look, it's all funny, isn't it? I guess, all fun and games. But this is the episode where Megan Thee Stallion appeared as herself. I don't understand, like, I get it. Subsequently, like, you know, before the episode came out, it seemed bizarre that they would pick her. Now I get it, because she's just playing herself. She's not acting, she's playing herself, but I don't understand why everyone made a big song and dance about it anyway. It was wholly baffling to me. You know what? This wasn't a bad episode. It wasn't like horrendous anyway. Didn't hate it. It's still not good. And they are bringing like the episode runtime just down. Like it's like a 20-minute episode runtime. Not a lot happens. You know? And sadly, like I feel like there's a lot of guys in this show which are portrayed in a negative light. So this entire episode, this is a full spoiler review. Not that anyone gives a shit anyway, but the sole purpose of this episode is, one, Emil Blonsky getting released from prison, like on parole anyway, and then Jen Walters' old sort of male colleague at the DA's office, who was just, what, a bit of a meme of a bloke, saying, oh, there's a hot woman over there, I'm going to go talk to it. Do you remember that one? Well, anyway, he sues an Asgardian elf fairy thing because she disguised herself as Megan Thee Stallion and he thought he was dating Megan Thee Stallion and he's suing her for defrauding him, basically. That's the whole purpose of this episode. But there's a lot of dumbasses in this show that are men. So Emil Blonsky escapes prison and it's Wong that breaks him out. So it was only down to Wong. Wong turns up late to the parole hearing. It's seemingly like I like Wong. Great character, played by a great actor. Wholly enjoyable, you know, very, very enjoyable, and it was played for good laughs. And we also understand why he broke him out of prison, because he needed to fight someone as part of like a ritual to become the Sorcerer Supreme. But that does actually put a plot hole in the Marvel Universe, because at basically during those events, that is Shang-Chi, the end of Shang-Chi, Hulk's arm is still bust up, but Hulk's arm is fixed. So they've ruined the timeline of events, basically. So it's not linear. So they can't even keep to their own timeline, which is just dumb shit. Like, just, this is easy stuff, guys. Like, if we, like, I'm not a Marvel fan. I'm a casual viewer. If I know that, you should know this, Marvel. Like, it's not hard. But he's played as a bit of a dumbass. Wong is the male character is played as a bit of a dumbass. Like, basically just everyone who's a man is a bit of a dumbass in this show. And there are some people who are really nice. Like, there's the male colleague that works with Jen Walters at the new law firm. He represents, you know, the old super misogynistic bloke, and he's pretty well, well up to date on things. Pretty normal, nice bloke by the sounds of it, by what we see. But nothing really happens in this episode. Like, really nothing happens. Nothing at all. There's a big fourth wall break where she tries to clarify this isn't going to be a cameo of the week, although we've had a cameo of the week so far. So that was a bit weird. They have laid the scenes and foundations for what was supposedly Doctor Doom anyway. So she gets attacked as she goes back home, and they're trying to get her blood. That doesn't work. There's like a big group of gang who have robbed like an Asgardian construction worker. So they've got construction worker tools, Asgardian style. But she transforms into She-Hulk, and then obviously that, goes tits up. So that's laying the framework for Doctor Doom. But they could have done that straight off the bat anyway. Like, you could have done that with the mob hit, the original origin of She-Hulk. You could have done that straight away. You could have had that straight away, but they didn't. So now episode 3, there's rumour that Titania appearing in episode 1 was because of Doctor Doom, but they've not tied that together yet. So episode 3, we're getting a hint that there's a big bad. It's too late to do that. Like, structurally, in terms of the amount of episodes left, there's not enough to make that a satisfying narrative thread to pull through without it now feeling quite rushed. If you did it from episode 1, which you should have done, because you could have just done the origin, the original origin, a mob hit, but then the mob hit being orchestrated by a bigger mob hit, a bigger mob boss, or ruler, or whatever, i.e. Doctor Doom, that would have been great. And they even joked about the mob hit as well, the mafia hit, with some of the reporters gathering outside the maximum security prison. Jen Walters coming in, oh, is it true that you've got your powers in a mob hit, a mafia hit? And it's like, you're trying to make a joke of it, but you're only making a joke of the writers at this point in time. The writers are a joke. They are bad. They said that they didn't have enough time to do that, so they spent the entire episode doing another origin and teaching her how to be the bestest. You could have easily done that mafia hit in 5 minutes. Super, super easy. You don't have to explain anything. And then you could have introduced the big bad for the show as well. So that all sort of happened. And then aside from that, Emil Blonsky has managed to secure his freedom. He can choose to be Abomination at will, but he's also in control when he's Abomination. And you know what? Again, still a bit of a shame. Like, you could have gone down, a much better narrative path. I said in my last review how, you've introduced a character with quite a tragic history, past thing, where, he sort of chose to be part of the program. He wanted the super soldier serum, but he still didn't really fully understand. He didn't know. There's all this kind of stuff where you could have explored that character and had him connect with She-Hulk on that level. Because She-Hulk obviously didn't choose to be this character, get the powers, etc. And they could have bonded on that level, or at least explored it and had some empathy for one another, so on and so forth. But they didn't. And they're even making Abomination a bit of a slapstick comedy character as well, but also quite a nice guy with it. So on his parole board hearing, you hear all these people, that he's sort of helped during his time in prison. And again, all of that's really good stuff. But overall, I feel like this is a very surface level show, and they're missing the deeper stuff that you could easily do, and again, easily do with respect to laying the foundation and seed work for a big bad. We all know who She-Hulk is, right? Like, we all know who She-Hulk is. Even people who don't know who She-Hulk is, you hear She-Hulk, you go, oh, she's a female Hulk, whatever. Like, so fine, cool. We can explore that character whilst also exploring a potential threat and having the comedy layered in there as well. But I feel like the writers are just very, very poor on this show. And every single week I'm pointing out these things, narrative structures that they should have adjusted and changed. And it's just easy pickings. It's really, really easy pickings. So a bit of a shame. And also as well, the CGI in this show, wow, good God, the CGI in this episode was really bad. When she walks into the office as She-Hulk, wow, that looked terrible. Like, actually terrible. And it's so wonky in certain parts. It is god awful. Yeah, terrible. And then as well, there's all these narrative things that are choosing not to do because they're like, oh, we don't have the time, and yet they did a post-credit scene or whatever of. There's this scene floating around the internet. I didn't stay for all the credits. I can't be bothered. Of She-Hulk twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. What are you doing? I don't want to watch She-Hulk shaking her ass. Like, I'm not interested. Why are you wasting time on that when you could be like that goes to show the target audience for this series, morons. So anyway, whatever. Take care.